Do most men that are 50 and 60 really want 30-year-olds? No, that's just a crock of shit, really, because a 30-year-old has like a 4-year-old child or wants children, right? So most men who are 50 or 60, they don't want to start over and have a second family and the responsibility of children. And how about the gap? Like a 30-year-old probably doesn't even know who the Rolling Stones are. Okay, so I think this is for sure a limiting belief you have that's just keeping you stuck. It's simply not true. Men want to date women, truth be told, in my research, that are literally within 5 years of their age, because it's compatibility at this stage of the game. We want to have like similar interests. We want to have similar stories. We want to be able to communicate about stuff from our childhood and our history. So I got to tell you, that's a limiting belief that you need to smash. I love you. Reach out to me. I'll help you get over it.
Let's read some comments. Wrong. Yes, we do. Another guy, dead wrong. I'm 57 and only date women no older than 26. Another guy, women my age look at least 20 years older than I do. Another guy says, we do. Less drama and less mileage.
There's a lot of women out here that get past 30 and realize, damn, I miss my motherfucking man. I'm single. I have no man. I'm sitting out here trying to act like I'm a boss man in front of all these dang young women, but really I'm at home. They want to hug. They by themselves. They struggling because it's hard to be single.
Don't let these women out here fool you. They try so hard to project that they're living their best life. They're traveling. They're doing this. They're so happy. In the meanwhile, they know that they're unhappy. They know that they are incomplete, especially after they hit 30, and then they start to have the realization that, hey, I'm not in my prime. I'm not getting prime results as far as the type of man that's coming for me. So let me now settle down. But when they can't settle down, then they play this, well, I can be happy on my own. Well, I chose to be single. They have all of these sort of ways to maneuver around accountability, to maneuver around the trauma, to maneuver around the rejection and the sadness they have of not finding the man that they think they should deserve.
No woman is single in her 30s for any reason other than she values and loves herself, because she could easily not be single if she were willing to settle. Framing being single as that's because I value myself. That's because I 100%. Love myself. I could go out there and just find somebody. Like, there's a lot of people out there to choose from, and many people do choose to settle.
It's very easy to find someone. Yeah. Like, if you have no standards and you are happy with anything and you will put up with anything. With heterosexual relationships, men are not the competition for each other when they are dating a woman. It's they're competing against a woman's solitude.
So almost the more comfortable you get with your solitude, the more of a high quality partner you'll get, because you won't be settling in that
exactly.
way.
But here's what men keep on saying. Settling would mean that you can't get with the man that you want. And that's what you should have been doing earlier, is trying to get with the types of men, not the exact man, but the types of men that you wanted. And you waited now thinking that because you could get any man, oh, I can get him, I can get him, I can get him. Instead of going for the man that you could have probably gotten earlier or similar to that man. Now you're here looking for somebody that you can't get. And you're looking and, oh, you know, you got to compete with my piece. No, he doesn't. If it's a man that you want, he doesn't have to compete with anything. You're going to move everything out of the way, and he's going to have his way. What are we talking about right now? What are we discussing?
So I have a question for the men. So I was talking to a friend of mine who's 25 years older than me. So he is 68 years old. And occasionally he'll ask me to go do things like go to a sports bar, stuff like that. Stuff he just sometimes want to get up out the house. And he's retired. So he's divorced. So he don't really move around. He got a part-time job. And I said to him, recently I said, why don't you go find you a girlfriend? Because I think he's an excellent, excellent catch. And I said, why don't you find a woman like in her 50s? Okay? That's what I said to him. Because if she was 50, that's 18 years. Younger, 55, how many years is that? Shit, 55, 14? You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. You know what that man told me? That's too old for him. It's too old for him. That's what he said. Men, why? And for me, older men have been after me since I was 11 because that's when my bottom popped up. We used to call them Chester the molesters. Didn't realize there was pedophiles back then. But anyway, I've always dated 10, 11, 12, 14 years older than me. Okay, always. But now I want somebody closer to my age. Men, why don't y'all date women that's 10 years older than y'all? Just why not? I just want to know, why don't y'all like women 10, 12, 15 years older than y'all? But women supposed to like that shit. I just want to know, like, is somebody going to honestly say why y'all don't want somebody that's that much older than y'all? I ain't talking about no 2 years. I ain't even talking about no 5 years. We talking about 10, 11, 12, 15. How many of y'all got wives or girls that's that much older? And your friends? Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Some of the comments here say, if you had the opportunity to get a new car or an old car, which one would you get? Somebody else said, 2 dead batteries won't start a car. Think about it. Another guy says, why would we? It's no benefit. I know you guys probably think that, or I know modern women probably think that they have all the time in the world, but men continue to tell you, no, you don't. And you don't want to hear it.
Don't date somebody that's over 30. An attractive woman that's over 30 and that's single, to me, is problems. Why are you single?
Yes.
You've had probably too many experiences with men, so you're carrying a lot of emotional baggage that I don't deserve to have to deal with. The older one gets, if they're not locked into a growth mindset early, able to take constructive criticism and pivot and want to be right, they're not going to change the older they get. They get more stuck in their ways, more brazen. They really think that they be telling people about, right, but you're lonely. All right, strong woman.
It was one of these things where, like, you come to that realization that this works for you and this doesn't, and like, can you take that feedback and understand? Because as men, we have to do that.
You know, I wasn't going to come on here, but I said, let me take a work break. Why do y'all hate single mothers so bad, including women? Like, why do you guys hate single mothers so bad? This comment says, the truth is the men we want don't want us. I never listed out the man that I wanted on this internet. No one knows the type of man that I want if you are not within my inner circle. So I'm really not sure how you know the man that I want doesn't want me. But to my main point, and a single mother, why do y'all hate single mothers so bad? Like, you guys have a way of devaluing and degrading single mothers. Help me understand this. So you mean to tell me that a single mother, aka a woman who has decided that she is going to take full responsibility of a child, caring for said child financially, emotionally, spiritually, in whatever ways, it would take to raise a child, said mother has decided that I'm going to take on full sole responsibility of doing this, and you punish the mother for doing so? Meanwhile, the father who knows that the child is alive, the father who knows that he's responsible for creating said human being, the father who knows that it takes a lot of external resources to take care of a child, has consciously made an effort and a decision to leave. And y'all are mad at the single mother. A man can create 9 different broken homes. And not once will I ever hear about said man having to lower his standards, nor will I ever hear how a man has devalued himself because he has now gone and created 9 broken homes. Because guess what? I bet you there will be a woman somewhere out there that will be willing and happily to participate in being the 10th baby mother.
Men do not like women in their 40s with like big naturals, and I think it's because like they went from perky to teardrop shape and they like wiggle a little bit more or something. That's all I can figure out, because I don't know what's going on.
Welcome back, men, to my week-long series called The Top 3 Reasons Men Should Avoid Dating or Marrying Women of a Certain Age Group. And today we're covering the 30 to 40-year-olds, or as I like to put it, the group filled with more drama than a Shakespeare play. This is when the leftovers hit the microwave, and you gotta be careful you don't end up with food poisoning. Let's face it, This age group has more baggage than a 747 or Airbus. It's filled with divorcees, single moms, and women with an, past. Trust me, brother, should you choose to get involved with one of these women, you will pay for what the last guy did. And the guy before him, and the guy before him, and, well, you get the idea. Even if you're nothing like them, you'll need a shovel to dig yourself out from the emotional damage shit show that will become your life. And then there's the clock panic. You know, where they spent their 20s having fun. And now their biological clock's screaming louder than a smoke detector. Suddenly, you're the problem if you don't want to settle down yesterday and fund her IVF. Yeah, no. And then there's the selective standards. Oh, the wall has come, but she hasn't realized it yet, which is why she still thinks she deserves the same 6'2" millionaire model-looking dude she turned down a decade ago. While all she's bringing to the table is 2 bratty kids, a mountain of debt, and trust issues so deep, the Grand Canyon is jealous. Men with this age group, you're not dating a woman, you're auditioning to be her life raft. Pass on the drama. Instead, invest in yourself, because the peace is priceless. All right, man, if you enjoyed this, come on back tomorrow, because we're going to be talking about the 40 to 50-year-olds.
Ain't nobody sitting down with no burnout, ho. Nigga looking for nigga don't want no burnout. Them whole man, once a woman get 31, 32, and nigga she done had fun in her 20s, she's a burnout. That's why you see Jamie Foxx with a 22-year-old. That's why you see Floyd Mayweather with a 21-year-old. Niggas is looking for a turnout, not a burnout. Many whole burnout, nigga, at 28, 29, 30, and they done had fun from 17 to then. Nigga, they burn out. That's a high mileage vehicle. Nigga, that motherfucking transmission finna go out soon, and you gonna have to get a new transmission. So, nigga, a new transmission costs damn near what a new car costs. So, nigga, go get you a new car. Hey, go get your turnout. Yeah, nigga, fuck them burnouts, nigga. Man, them burnouts just good for a moment. See, them burnout, hole like that is just good for 1 or 2, 3 fucks. Every woman before this generation knew that and understood that. So that's why a lot of hoes sitting around fat, out of shape, unhealthy.
The reason why men are so scared of women 30 and over is because on our 30th birthdays, we all turn into bog witches who then start devouring men in preparation for our Baba Yaga eras, which starts around 40 to 45. These days, what's really interesting about it is that I found younger and younger women are becoming bog witches. So 25-year-olds and above are becoming bog witches because of global warming, I'm presuming. So yeah.
So I had a guy troll my video the other day, and this is what he said. Spoiler alert, all the women who are deferring being with who they got will be gravely disappointed in your 30s as your looks go way south. I'm 36 and will never date any women in her 30s, ever. Ignoring the stark grammatical errors aside, let's see if his thesis holds true. Here's a photo of me from 10 years ago at the innocent, pure, desirable age of 22. And here's the photo of me from 20 seconds ago, unfiltered and unedited, looking like the haggard beast that I clearly am at the ripe old age of 32. And while I could expound further on the subject, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I've got 2 of them here, so I'll let the pictures do most of the talking. But here's what I will say. Ladies, a man who was born in this country whose first language is English, who doesn't know how to appropriately pluralize the word woman, probably doesn't know anything about women to begin with.
I got a question for the fellas, because I'm trying to understand the dynamic now and how all this got misconstrued. Why is it that men nowadays, when it comes to dating, they don't believe in pursuing a woman, aka chasing a woman? What is the big issue with a man pursuing a woman? I don't just mean you making the first move. I mean like you actively pursuing this woman, calling her, texting her, planning dates. Why is it now we're in this day and age where men are like, oh, you could call me, oh, I was waiting on you to call me, I was waiting on you to text me, I was waiting on you to make the first move. For what? Criticize me all y'all want, but I am an old-fashioned girly. I was raised by my grandmothers. I believe believe in the old school ways and how things are supposed to go. If you that type of man where you think you are the prize, honestly, this video ain't for you, because I believe that women are the prize, because we're the ones that get chose. We're the ones that get picked. When a man findeth a wife, a man findeth a good thing. And I'm not even the type of woman to sit up here and think that I'm equal to a man. I think that a man is most definitely above me. My husband is for sure above me. Your heavenly father, your husband, everything else immediately after that. I'm not the one to sit up here and try to say I'm equal to a man and we on the same. No, we not. A man is above me. My husband is above me. So let's get that clear and out the way. Boom. My biggest issue that I have in my dating life is men are so lazy. I was waiting on you to call me. I was waiting on you to text me. No, sir. You asked me for my number. I gave it to you. It's up to you to call me, check on me, see how I'm doing. You're trying to get me. This is my thing. I don't ever make the first move on a man. I let men come get me. You want me? Come get me. If a man really wants you, he's going to come get you. It's not nothing extra I gotta do. It's not, no. If you want me, you're going to come get me. And the lesson that I learned in my previous relationships was never let a man tell you he don't want you more than once. So when I give you my number and you don't call me or you do all that, that's basically telling me you don't want me. Y'all have no problem pursuing your education. You have no problem pursuing your career. You have no problem pursuing your goals. A house when you want a house, a car. So why is it y'all have an issue with pursuing a woman, a marriage? Because y'all are the ones that pick us for marriage. We don't pick y'all. Y'all get on one knee. This is why I don't date now. I ain't been on a date in a year. And that is exactly why. It's because I'm so sick of men. Oh, I was waiting on you to call me. Well, you're gonna be waiting till you dead. If you pay attention to like older couples that have like years in, yeah, she didn't really like me at first and she used to curve me and then I finally got her. Like, what happened to that? Y'all don't even want the pursuit of a good woman anymore. And I know I'm a good woman. Hell, I got a good career. I have ambition. I have goals. I have drive. I have things going for myself. I know how to treat a man when I have one. So what is the big issue with pursuing a good woman?
Women must destroy feminism once and for all. Feminism convinced women that if they're successful, dominant, and independent, they are going to gain more value. No wonder so many high-achieving women feel that the more successful and intelligent I am, the harder it is to find a good man. I'm sorry, but no, that's wrong. It's not harder to meet good men. It's that most of you keep believing that the most valuable thing about you is your intelligence, your dominance, and your independence. But that's not the case. Strong men, the ones who want to provide for you and bring you peace and love and give all of them to you, they don't find any of those qualities attractive at all. No, they do not envy you. No, they're not insecure. They just don't want to be with somebody who carries the same masculine energy and traits that they already have. When you lead with masculine traits, you do not attract strong men. You attract a different kind of man. You attract a man that wants a second mom, a man who wants to be led, a man who is passive and calls it, I just go with the flow, a man who wants to live within your frame. Avoid those men and fast because they are broken. Good men, on the other hand, the real ones, they already have intellect, independence, structure, and empires that they have built. And what are they looking for? Someone to pour into, someone to protect and cherish, not a competitor to battle over who's smarter or who's more dominant. If a man wants to give his all to his woman, it's not to prove that he's better than her. It's because he wants to lead her into something beautiful. Feminism sold you the biggest bullshit lie. Be more like a man to win. But the truth is, my ladies, masculine men crave and desire feminine energy, which is graceful, receptive, warm, and soft. They don't crave another boss in the bedroom or the house. So drop the nonsense, embrace what actually draws in masculine men, because the right man doesn't want to fight you for the throne. He wants to build one with you by his side, not against him. So ask yourself, are you chasing value through dominance, or are you ready to attract a real man through your femininity?
So you decided to post a thirst trap so you can get some quick validation. Is that what you're telling me? Come on, man.
I think one of the reasons that me and so many women in their 30s are single is because we don't want to train men. I was talking to my girlfriend the other day about this guy that I've been talking to who isn't quite acting as I would expect. And she was like, oh, that's trainable. That's not necessarily a deal breaker. Sometimes they just need a little bit of coaching. What if I don't want to be a coach? Why have we normalized training men? Why would I want to be with someone who I have to teach how to treat me? I didn't have to be trained. I have so many amazing girlfriends who didn't have to be trained. So why are we okay with the idea that we have to train our boyfriends? Now, I'm not saying that relationships don't take communication. Obviously, if you have expectations of your partner, you have to make them known. But I think the idea of training men is a modern day way of saying I can change him. And I think that leads women to settle. If I wanted to train something, I would get a dog.
No, you guys really do overcomplicate a lot of stuff. I didn't need to be trained. You did, because there's a lot of things that you say and there's a lot of things that you do that a man has to teach you. A man has to show you, hey, don't do that, or hey, this is what this means in this world, in this environment. So you definitely do have to be trained. I know you guys, and this is the problem, and this is why a lot of you find yourself in a position of being single with no prospects. It's because you think that you're above the world. You think that you're on top of the world. You think that, oh man, I could never know anything else more than I already know. And I know so much more than men, and you don't. You don't. You're not that great of a person.
People don't want relationships. They want consistent attention.
Some people, yeah, that's exactly what they want. But I don't think that speaks for everyone.
I would agree with that.
I think some people, that is legit all they want. They just want someone to pay attention to. But the thing what I find interesting is the people that require the most attention for the most part are very uninteresting people. They're not people you want to actually spend a lot of attention on. And they want it so bad. You're like, okay, you got all this attention, but now what are you going to do? You're not funny or talented or anything. Like, you got said attention. What are you about to do to maintain this attention you want so bad? There's nothing interesting about you.
My take is the people that wants the consistent attention, they don't want to give it either.
Hell no, they don't want to give it. They just want to receive it.
Yeah.
They don't want to give you nothing.
Are women more privileged than men? Yes, they are. And it's not even close. Women are loved just for existing. They get attention, compliments, protection, free drinks, doors opened for them, etc. And a man, he's invisible until he proves that he can provide, protect, perform, pay, or add value. In other words, earn your spot or disappear. Guess what? A woman can also decide if you become a dad or not. You get zero say. She's pregnant, her body, her choice, my dudes. End of story. Do you want the kid? Doesn't matter. Don't want it? Doesn't matter. 18 years of child support slammed on you without consent, and worse, she cheats. She claims the kid is yours. You raise it for years and discover that it's not yours later. Court, in many places, still force you to pay until 18 years of age. So you're screwed. One day, she wakes up unhappy, files for divorce, no proof needed, and walks with primary custody most of the time, years of child support, and many times a lifetime of alimony plus half of your assets. Oh, and she isn't required to show you that the money is actually helping your kid. It all goes to her. She can also falsely accuse you with zero consequences. She can claim assault, abuse, rape, online to the police and in court. And if it's proven a total lie, she gets a little slap on the wrist. But you lose your job, your reputation, your sanity, and you can spend years in prison even if you're innocent. The system shields her more than the truth. Men are disposable, not women. Draft registration, men only. Most workplace deaths, men. Most homeless, men. Suicide rate 4 times higher, men. The double standards never end. Man hits a woman, monster, jail. Woman hits a man, what did you do to her? Man cheats, you're trash. Woman cheats, she was just unhappy, he failed. The bottom line is, women get safety nets, sympathy, legal advantages, social worship, and endless help. Men don't. That is just the truth. Pretending that we're both equal is gaslighting half of the population. So wake up. Men and women can both have sex, but what happens after? Two completely different biological stories. Men are built for volume. Simple biology. Roughly 300 million new sperm a day. And evolution wired him to spread his seed and protect the species, right? Sex for a man is a dopamine flash and a testosterone spike, a quick hit with no emotional residue. That's why a guy can sleep with somebody and literally feel nothing after, because his brain resets almost instantly. He doesn't bond through sex. He bonds through loyalty, respect, mission, and peace. Women, on the other hand, are built for depth. She has one egg, one shot. When she has sex, her body floods with oxytocin, which is the same hormone that bonds her to her baby. Her body literally says, this man is safe. Attach. Every new partner is another bond formed, then broken. Do it enough times and those oxytocin receptors turn dull and they start to fade, and pair bonding gets harder. That's not judgment. That is just chemistry. Men thrive on variety. Women pay for it. Different wiring, different consequences. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. Men are the gatekeepers of commitment. Remember that. So men, you're wired to scatter, but kings don't waste their seed, right? Discipline beats dopamine every time. So pick a woman who brings you peace and multiplies your purpose. The rest is just noise. And women, your power isn't matching his body count. It's holding your standard until a man proves he's worthy of your depth. So select like your lineage depends on it, because it does. Play against biology and you will lose every time. Play with it and you will build a legacy. This is not anybody's opinion. It's biology, psychology, and the truth. And nature doesn't care about your feelings.
So you decided to post a thirst trap so you can get some quick validation. Is that what you're telling me? Come on, man.
Is there anything that you would ask her before deciding if this is a possible match?
So you say you have a boyfriend, right?
Mhm.
Like, do y'all stay together or?
No. The plot thickens. He actually has a wife, a kid, and another one on the way, and we are all okay with this. And I am quite a bit younger than him, so I live my life, and yeah.
And the wife knows.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
I help them. I babysit. I do all of the kid knows. Everybody knows. I go over and I babysit, and I'm like, I'm friends with their moms. I'm like, everything's great.
Mary Man here. It's a lot going on in that video. Let's unpack. Hey, I need to update my software because I'm on the old system. This the new system, and I ain't ready for this. Long time ago, when you dated a woman, you know, if I make you laugh, them draws coming off. But I'm not even qualified to pull this off. Not only the level of skill you need to have to pull this off, amazing, but also the vocabulary. I don't have the vocabulary to pull off this type of situation. Imagine, you know, you and your person, y'all like shopping. Y'all like shopping and y'all doing y'all thing, but you got to have a certain level of understanding to sell this to somebody. You like, hey, me and my lady saw you from across the room, and we noticed that you were younger than us, and we like what you're doing. We like your ensemble, your natural hair, and it's pretty dope. But we was wondering if you wanted to come back to our place and have a little fun. But also, we was wondering if you could just do a couple of loads of laundry, of course. When you're done with that, if you can just babysit our kids for a while, you know, watch the kids. We about to go on a date and hang out. You know, you're welcome to, you know, get anything you want out the fridge. Oh, if you could just help the kids with their homework, that'd be great too. My oldest has been struggling with algebra. Also, would love for you to meet the mother of my other kids. That'd be great. So everybody could just be a big old happy family. And, oh, you know what? You need a title. Side chick, I don't think that title is elevated enough. We need to give you a better title. How about, got it, girlfriend. You could just be the all-out girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Also, whenever you're done, tomorrow when you come back, can you make sure you don't walk around with your shoes on in the house? It's disrespectful to our living space. And also, you probably need to go find a boyfriend too, so you ain't all up in our business, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to go date whoever you want. Yeah, you should probably go on one of them little dating shows, you know? How does that sound?
I'm like, everything's great.
I think Kevin Samuel said something similar where it would seem like it's difficult, but it's not actually that difficult. When you're in some of these marriages, she don't want to do it, but she still wants access to the benefits that he provides. And so it's like, oh yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's not something I need. I just need this over here. And so he goes out and finds him something. And so they can see who it is. He brings her into the house. Oh, we keep the kid. Oh, that's just auntie so-and-so, right? But it's, I mean, it's actually sinister when you think about it. But, oh, that's Auntie Marie, right? And you bring her into the house and keeps the kids. But this is somebody that, you're not going to tell him, somebody that your dad messes around with. But it makes me feel comfortable because I keep eyes on her and I know her. I know who she is. He ain't just messing around with some random woman that I don't know. You get her and you keep on giving me my money. And now what she wants to do is find a man who's cool with that arrangement because she really don't got no connection to him, right? He only going to give me certain things. I'm looking for a man that I can connect with and move on with my life, possibly marry the guy or be in a long-term relationship with the guy. And he cool being funded by this other guy.
What's your age?
24, 22.
If I was your man, what would I need to pay for you?
Pay for? Nothing.
So you're not expecting me to
know they ain't from America.
For dates if we went out?
Expect? I don't have expectations for anybody. I also don't have expectations. I do think it shows character.
And then women mad because men going overseas. Shit, please.
Actions, yeah, definitely. It's not about the money. It's just about like how you treat us.
You know they ain't from
So
America.
I could be your boyfriend and not be able to afford taking you out on dates, and you'd still stick it with me through thick and thin.
If you're a good person, that's all that matters. If the chemistry's there. There's some people
Only in
with
America.
loads of money and they treat their girlfriends like shit. So
Does that mean I don't have to pay for your hair or your nails either?
no, I've never had somebody pay for my hair and nails.
So for a first
It
date,
is.
if I said let's just go for a walk in the park,
Fellas,
you'd be fine with that too.
you got to get out of America.
I prefer a walk in the park than a dinner for the first date. Definitely. I think
Fellas
it's
got to
more
get out of America,
casual
man. Get your
and laid back,
passports.
and you can actually get to know the person.
Get
Listen,
your
as long as
passports,
you're waking
fellas.
up every morning and going to work,
Experience
that's the kind
life.
of man I
Experience
need.
the world.
Why do you film from this angle when you could film from this angle so we can actually see the movement? Why do you film from this angle when you could film from this angle so we can see proper form? Why do you film from this angle when you could film from this angle so we can see proper form? I know why. It's because you don't actually care about educating and helping people learn how to work out. All you care about is yourself.
What are you looking at me for? She said it, not me. But she's right, though. Now go. Let me enjoy my bubble bath.
What's the one thing that you think men should understand about women?
Men should understand that we love money.
You love what?
Money.
Money.
That's all.
Okay. If they approve, they should come with money or they should spend on you.
You have to have, If you have it, spend it.
Okay, you should spend money on you.
Yes.
We understand. I want to ask you guys something. Are you guys selling something? What do we use money for?
What do we use money for? How can
We
you
use money to buy things, right?
Trade. Yes.
Trade, exactly. So if I am to come to you with money, what does that mean?
You are buying something.
Exactly. So you guys are selling
Yes,
it.
we are selling something.
Thank you. What are you selling? What are you
We are
selling?
selling our love for you.
Why? Give the mic to her.
Affection.
You are selling you're
Our
selling
love
it.
for you, yes.
Okay. Okay, so when I come to your father, I pay your bride price, I bought you.
And that's what talk.
I bought you.
Yes.
So if I buy something, what do I think I do with that thing?
It's yours, whatever you want to do with it.
Thank you. So don't complain of abuse. I like that.
No, that doesn't mean you should abuse me.
Listen,
You
I
have
bought
that
this.
right.
Hold on. If I bought this camera and I want to smash the camera, no one can question me. Do you know
It's
that?
an item. I'm not an item.
You are an item. We buy items.
But I'm not an item. I'm
So
an
why are you selling yourself? Give it to
We are
her.
buying human being.
Okay, then I can't go to your shop, but the human being is saying she's selling herself. But you just said you are selling something.
No, so
are confused.
what you are saying, say.
No, you said it. I didn't say.
Because you brought in money into your item.
No, hold on. I asked. You said we should pay, and I asked what we use
Pay
money
what?
for. You said we should pay for you, spend on you.
I didn't say pay for us. I said spend on us.
What do we use
If
money
you
for?
like us, you spend
Again,
on us
what
so
do
that
you?
we can stay.
No problem. Okay, so money makes you stay.
Yes, you don't know.
Okay, so that means if I can use money to spend on 10 women, all of them will stay with me?
You don't know.
Okay, so why do women complain of cheating?
Who is complaining about cheating here?
All right, so in majority of women are complaining about cheating.
They are complaining about cheating because you guys actually do it. Like,
You know the sad part of this conversation? You guys don't understand me and you don't even understand yourselves.
So I just personally want to say that you niggas got every right to start humbling these bitches, for real. Because these Tito Jackson, Randy Jackson just need to be humbled. They be forgetting how they really look without hair, lashes, and nails, and clothes, and that ass that they got pumped in. Like, bitch, most of y'all really be taking shots at people because you're insecure on the inside. We need to wash away all of that shit so you can remember who you are, because these bitches be walking around like they is high and mighty shit, and if we threw a bucket of water on them today, it would end their world, because you look nothing how you act at all. And I hate people who fucking act nothing like they look. The nerve of you. Bitch, how dare you?
My friend of 4 years just ended our friendship over a man.
You didn't get cut off over a man. You got cut off over my man, my husband, the person that's the most important to me.
I'm gonna tell you the story.
First and foremost, the fact that you started your video talking about my friend of 4 years cut me off over a man and didn't actually explain what the dynamic of the relationship was, I'm going to do that.
So the way it works out is her birthday, their anniversary, Christmas, my birthday, New Year's. So right around this time of the year, we're chatting a whole bunch. Girl, what you doing? Girl, what you doing? Da, 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 da. Y'all, so this year, no different.
You're disclosing information to the internet that's not your business to tell.
This is literally what I said. Where did y'all go for y'all anniversary? And she goes, oh, we just went out to dinner. He got me flowers and some jewelry. And I was like,
You're upset, wholeheartedly upset that I got jewelry, dinner, and flowers, the thing that I requested, the thing that I enjoy.
And she was like, don't start. Now I'm going to start. And we all need to start starting with our friends who are accepting like low effort shit from the men that they're with.
You live a life where you live in la la land. You A, don't have a man. B, don't have somebody, have never had anybody that does for you what my husband does for me.
Now let me preface this by saying he's a man of means, okay?
You are a pocket watcher. You clock everything that is done in a manner in which you wouldn't accept it, but nobody's even doing for you what my man does for me.
I sold this man his third property when I was in real estate. I've seen this place. This man makes well into the mid to high six figures. Okay.
Like, why are you coming on the internet talking about my man's income? Because you sold the house. Like, be so for real. You're weird.
And you are the type of person that likes to travel because we bonded over that. We've traveled and taken trips together before.
And not for nothing, but what we do with our finances is for a greater purpose for our kids, because we are building generational wealth. We are trying to make sure that we can retire early. So getting flown out or going on a trip all the time is not our top priority.
It's just so minimal to me what he does for her every time.
Baby, I'm a mother and a wife, and I work full time. I be tired. I don't want to do a whole lot of stuff all the time. And it's not out of the norm, having been married all of these years, for my husband, for our anniversary, to take me to dinner, get me flowers, and get me a gift. That's enough. It's not low effort. It's not bare minimum.
A birthday, flower, dinners, a gift. Anniversary, flowers, dinners, gift. Like, it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, girl, you deserve better.
You're not a celebrity. You don't live a life where this is happening for you and everybody else around you. So like, what?
There's over 70 luxury resorts in the United States alone. Even if he just took you to one a year, it would take y'all a lifetime, literally.
And as that man's wife, I know how to be an asset to him.
You should not just be at home all the time when y'all doing big celebrations like this. Like, I feel like you're just accepting, yo. And this is what pisses me off so much about it, is that whenever she's talking about him and stuff that he does, it's always spectacular. But when she talks about stuff that he does for her, like, yes, it's nice, but it's not spectacular in comparison to what he does for himself. I'm like, girl, this man does not like you. He's with you. You're integrated into his life. Yeah, he may say he loves you, but he does not like you.
And this is why I say I don't accept relationship advice, for real, from people who don't have successful relationships. They've never been married. They don't have anything for real. They live in delusion in La La Land, and they only dream about the day that a man's gonna come in and do half the stuff that my man does for me. So, thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. That's the tea. Have a blessed day.
And once again, it's just, women continue to say, I don't like a man that's involved in gossip. I don't like a man that's involved in drama. And they be involved in drama themselves.
Make this very clear. If you're a married man and you have a wife, if she says no, the answer is no. Because you're married to her or you guys have been in a long-term relationship, that does not give you the right to her body at any point in time of which you need satisfaction. If she says no, it's no. And I think a lot of people don't know or...
So I agree to a certain extent, right? No does mean no, right? And for all of the fellas that are watching this that's in a marriage with a woman, if she's telling you no, then you should ask yourself why she's telling you no, but you also have to ask yourself, how many times are you going to accept no? And if there's a married woman that's watching this, if you feel like you're consistently not in the mood to have sex with your husband, right, then that is not the husband for you, and you probably did not marry him for sexual satisfaction, or you probably did not marry a man that you desire. I only hear women consistently saying no in marriages because these women are marrying men that they were never attracted to in the first place. And if you know that you're going to marry a man that you are not as sexually attracted to, then you need to consider being in a polygamous relationship, and you can just use him for the bills and let him go get his sexual needs satisfied somewhere else. But let me go a little bit deeper into this, right? Married couples know, just like long-term relationship couples know this. There's no such thing as no in a relationship when it comes to sex, because I've never in life seen a man that was in the mood to provide, to protect, to hear you nag, to have to get in touch with his feminine, emotional side. But it's called sacrifice. It's called sacrifice for the greater good because I love you. So if you can't sacrifice for 5 to 10 minutes once in a blue moon, then maybe we aren't in a partnership anyway.
And that's what most women are banking on. You respecting women and saying, okay, well, or no means no. And so they don't have to fulfill what they're supposed to be doing. And they just don't take care of their responsibilities, right? Like you were saying, you look inward and see what you're doing. But then also, as a woman, you look inward and see what you're doing. Because you ain't right either.
Hot take, I do think body count matters for both men and women. And now, before everybody comes for me, I'm saying this simply based on the belief that the more frequently you engage in casual, meaningless intimacy with a lot of different people, naturally the less value it will hold for you. And I think that it makes it harder for you to then find and build long-lasting intimacy and love with one person. Assuming that's what you want, because that's what I want, and that's what a lot of people do want. They want long-lasting, healthy, faithful love. But if you don't want that, that's cool. Someone that demonstrates self-control and discipline when it comes to who they choose to engage in intimacy with is a green flag. Personally, I think there are so many reasons why you should be highly selective about who you choose to engage in intimacy with. And I've always felt like that. But to each their own.
So I just started dating this girl and she like, can you make sure you don't fuck nobody else while we're having sex? And I'm just like, that seems pretty controlling. My body, my choice. Why are you trying to tell me what to do with my body? And something about that gives off like toxic, you know? Because you're trying to tell me what to do with my body and it's like, it's not your body. You know, I'm still my own human being. I don't care if we're in a relationship. I'm my own human being. And you're trying to control me. You know, I got in this relationship. We're supposed to be with each other. We're supposed to be loving each other. You're supposed to love me for me. But instead, it's like she's trying to control me. You know, she's trying to tell me where and where I can't put my penis at. And it's like, who gave you that control? You know, we're not slaves anymore. We have the option to do what we want to do. Yet some reason she's trying to tell me who and who I can't sleep with. Like, oh, you can't sleep with nobody else but me. That seems controlling. Something about that just doesn't seem like it makes sense. And honestly, I don't know. Like, I'm going to stay with her, but I'm just going to cheat on her because it's like, why are you choosing to be toxic? I don't appreciate the toxicness, and it's really unhealthy. It's overstimulating, actually. It's overstimulating.
Do you feel like women's value gets lowered when they have multiple children by multiple men?
Women's value get lowered the more children that they have.
Break that down.
Because, and I was having this conversation, you know, with one of the mother of my children, and she's still fine. But like I was telling her, I was like, yo, the guy that you're dating or will date, if he ain't willing to love on these 5 children that you have, that ain't the guy for you. Because when I came into your life, I was willing to accept you and whatever you had. And there's guys that's out there that's just going to say, them ain't my kids, I want you. But that ain't how it worked. But that's not to say that she can't find nobody.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she has somebody.
Right. But do you feel like it's as the best that she could possibly do if she didn't have children?
Well, you're talking to a dude that was once in her life, I don't feel like she's going to get better than me. That's just my confidence.
I don't even think it's confidence. I have said, and I might get eaten alive, I don't think most women do better than the father of their children. I really don't think
like
that.
It's real love.
That's the barometer.
Like it's real love. Like I owe a service to them. I will forever be indebted to them because no matter how they make me feel, once I come back to the ground of like, yo, that's still the mother of my children. Mm-hmm. It's one of those like family businesses type of situation. Mm-hmm. Like we can have our spats, but when we leave this door, you'll never necessarily know. And we know individually, like, don't talk to me right now.
Right.
But then, you know, certain things that happen, you know, you can count on me. It's just a toxic thrill.
Yeah.
That, you know, whatever our dynamic is.
What if there was like a way that they could do better, but they don't accept better, right? Because you might come through your baby daddy, you know, we're not even going to say, oh, he's a bum and he's in jail. Let's just say he's a regular average man and you guys part and go your separate ways. The goal here is to find a man that's going to step into your life, mentor your kids, provide for you, and move on, going whatever way they was trying to go, right? You find that, marry him, he's got say-so in the kid's life up to a certain degree because you still got a co-parent, right? So that you guys are working through that situation, but for the most part, he takes care of you, takes care of the kid. Y'all work together to take care of the household, you know, and everybody is in quote unquote harmony as much as they can be, right? Making sure the kid is co-parented well, and then, you know, just move on, kid grow up, kid get their own family. Yeah, you know, my stepdad, love my stepdad, yada, 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 that whole thing, right? I think my grandmother on my mom's side married to one man all her life. On my dad's side, she had one. The first one, I don't know if he passed away. I can't remember. Second one, he wasn't really any good, if I remember correctly. And then that third one, which is who we call Paw. That's my grandpa. God rest his soul, was the good one. So first one died, second one wasn't no good, and then the third one came along, and everybody called him daddy. Oh, that's daddy. Oh, that's Paw. Everybody, all of them. Well, you know, daddy did this, and when they sit around and they reminisce, well, you know, daddy, da-da-da-da-da, and this and that. So they all call him daddy. But she got better than, you know, the guy that passed away, and then the guy that wasn't no good. She got better than that. But, you know, my pawpaw smoked for a long, long time, which is probably why he got cancer. But a lot of modern women, I understand it, they would say, no, I don't want no man that smoked. But that man who smoked worked on tractors. He did a lot of things. A lot of people knew him in a popular area, which if I called the college, you would know it, right? People from this, SEC college coming to him for help, right? He helped those people who came to him. Didn't have no mansion, didn't have no big house. They came to him because he knew his stuff. But essentially he would be, and he was, the stepdad to all of these women. What if you could stop being picky and thinking that you're above the program and say, you know what, I'm going to work with this man. I'm going to be on his time schedule, on his time. I'm assuming he ain't doing you wrong. I'm going to be on his schedule. He lead, I'm going to follow, and that's that. Obviously, he going to work with me because I can't, I can't leave out of town just like that because I got a kid. He know that. And most men do. We got to work something out. But a lot of times these modern women miss a man like that. A man like that skates past them because they think they're above that man, right? That man probably, he smoked, but he was probably there probably over 30 years, 30, 40 years, 30, 40 years he was there. I think he might have been in his 70s, early 70s when he passed away, I think. But he was there for a long time. He's there for a long time. He was there for a long time. So he had my dad. My dad was already born, but after my grandmother's first batch of kids, then her second batch, he was there to support them. And then they had their own batch of kids, saw them through the growing period, grew up, sent them off to college, the military. And then we grew up, went through high school. And that last year in high school is when he passed away. So about 17 or 18 when he passed away. My grandfather, he smoked as well. He was in the army as well. Passed away in the early 90s, I want to say. I was young. Yeah, early 90s when he passed away. But all his kids, had about 5 or 6 of them, raised them to what they needed to be. If he needed to have 2 jobs, had 2 jobs delivering the mail and working at the train station. Got fired, had to go get another job. And that's just the way it worked, honestly. So I know you guys are thinking that, well, Kevin Samuel said that. Why don't you go back to your baby daddy? Oh, well, I don't want him. And a lot of times you would get on these shows and you would listen to these women and they would want a man that's 6 figures, 6 feet tall, got to take care of everything, but then they be out of shape. And so you're like, man, you trying to upgrade, but you got 5 kids. You trying to say that you better than everybody, but you got 5 kids. So you want that man to take on your burdens and all that stuff. He got to be a high value man, but really, in a lot of ways, to a lot of men, you're not a high value woman. How is that going to work?